shore. Yeah, this is where I'm just down the road from my house, I guess. This is where I leave from in the mornings to go oyster fishing or eel fishing. See, there's some nice summer homes. There were summer homes, I don't know. You can see them not good in the camera. Anyway, I just thought I'd come down, get my fiberglass dory, got the tom boards for oyster fishing. This here fiberglass dory has no tom boards on it. That's my eel dory. That oyster dory over there with the tom boards, that's Meatballs. He leaves on the shore here in the mornings. Meatball, he fishes lobsters with me. Meatball and Bob. And so that's 3 of the vessels. We're missing one this evening. The Mustard Merv. We usually stick a name on them, but anyway, we left Mustard Merv over at the lease for the night. Just well, the lease starts right here. You see them buoys, it runs out. Like I said, there's 25 acres. So just around that point, off in the distance, that's we're just around there tonguing. Up here at this end of the lease, there's no oysters. There's nothing, just bare ground. So yeah, I had a couple guys ask me there. I made a video with Chad and Matthew, were fishing oysters on the lease, and the guy asked me, you know, how that worked, how the lease works, if, you know, I get it and it's mine or what. But no, a lease is like anything. You lease it from the federal government. You got to pay your renewal fees on it every year. If you don't, they take that lease away from you. So it's very important to pay your dues every year, especially the lease that I have has been here for near 100 years, 80 years I guess, somewhere around there. So, you know, I paid a lot of money for the lease, into the tens of thousands, closer to 100,000. So I think it cost me about $400 a year to renew it. So, you know, you pay that much for something, and you better give the federal government their little bit, or you're going to be out a lot. So yeah. Anyway, actually there's a eel net. You can't see it, but there's an eel net just up here on the other side of this dory. It's not mine. It's my friend Stan and David Carr from Stanley Bridge. They have a lot of nets set in the bay here. So anyway, I just thought I'd come down and make a little video. I guess we'll call this Dory, Oyster Dory Harbour here. That wooden box over there floating, that's one of my eel crates. I'm just trying to get it soaked up. So here's yesterday and today's oysters off the lease. I fished yesterday, but today I was at the eels, at the eel nets, and tomorrow I'm going at the eel nets. So Chad and Matthew were on their own there today, but as you can see, it's mostly choice. Real nice oysters, right? Big standard. Yeah, that's the stuff you want right there, you know. That's the gold. That's what gets you the money. You know, a tray of that right there, I can get 140 bucks for. So, you know, it's not all good stuff. A little bit of crooked ones in it, but that's, you know, they're all choice. That's a standard. It's not perfect, right? But hey, it's money. So tomorrow I'm gonna take these to my buyer and let him deal with it. Yep, there's some oysters from today. Pretty decent stuff. You know, that's where the money's at. The lease is starting to dry up. Let's say. I think tomorrow might be the last day for tonguing it for a week or two. Excuse me, a sneeze there. Yeah, so this is the eel dory, right? You seen it before. We just got our barrel. This boat also has tong boards, but we take them off for the time being to fish our nuts, because you're a little awkward trying to, you know. That's why I got 3 dories. So one for Chad, one for Matthew, and actually the other day, me and Matthew, that dory's the dory right there. That's a big dory. Me and Matthew have no problem. We can both fish out of it. So anyway, like I said, I just come down and make a little video. The old eel crate's floating pretty good. It's a nice spot down here, beautiful spot. This is a private. This is a private right away, right? It's a big subdivision down here, like the $1 million homes. Anyway, the guys that own the subdivision, I talked to them a few years back, and I asked them if they would mind if I would leave, you know, use this right away. I trim the grass and everything, and if I would leave from the right away here, just make things a little simpler to get back and forth to the lease, right? So yeah, they said no problem. Gave me a few conditions to go by. Don't leave any garbage lying around, and you know, make it quite clear to anybody that this isn't a public right away, right? Anyway, we'll let Meatball slide. I don't think they mind. Meatballs, this is my old dory from probably 15. No, it's not that old, I don't think. I don't know how old this dory is. Must be 10. Yes, I think it is 10. This is my second dory I ever owned. She's just plank bottom. Anyway, she's leaking a little bit on Meatball, but part of that's his own problem. He just threw it in the water there yesterday morning and off he went fishing, so he should have had it down here in the water for a week before, week and a half before, just sitting here like this. Everything will, you know, the planks will tighten up after a while, but she's leaking pretty bad. Anyway, like I said, I just thought I'd come down and make a little video. The sun's just off, starting to set. It's kind of pretty. I wish I had the mustard merv in here. She's bright yellow. I'll make a video someday and explain why we call it the mustard merv. It's a good story. Anyway, cheers everybody. Have a good evening.